Hey guys, welcome back to the Jeep series of the Rusty Beauties Garage, and today we're gonna do some work on the Jeep finally. We just finished some full maintenance of this little girl and it's time to do a big job on the Jeep. So, like I showed you in the previous episodes, this YJ 1994 YJ requires a lot of work on the frame. So today this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna start taking her apart, bumpers, and I don't know with those fiberglass fenders how it is gonna work, whether they're gonna be on the way or not. Hopefully we don't need to take them out, but if we have to, we're gonna do that as well. And corner by corner we're gonna have to do all four corners. So like I mentioned in my previous video, like a few episodes of the series about this car are gonna be sponsored by TabooCustoms, and TabooCustoms are based in Illinois, and they make their own kits for repairs, for frames and upgrades for all kinds of Jeep. They have repair kits for YJs, for TJs, for CJs, for Cherokees, and for all kinds of Jeeps. They have all kinds of improvements for them. So these few episodes in which I'm gonna be working on the frame are gonna be sponsored by TabooCustoms. So what I did, they sent this package which I got last week but I haven't opened yet. So we're gonna open it together and let's see what we have inside. Okay, we have instructions. What I didn't mention is that TabooCustoms, they have their own YouTube channel in which they have very clear and nice instructional videos about those kits that we're gonna see here now. Okay, I'm gonna arrange them at the table and then we're gonna go through them together. All right, here's what we have. So we're gonna start with this. These are the two front repair kits, driver side and passenger side. And we have two different sets of instructions here because there's a slight difference between driver side and passenger side because of the steering box. So there are some additional details, if I remember well, watching TabooCustoms videos. Then behind where this kit ends, I have more repairs needed there. So that's what goes there. It's a front frame rust repair shock area instructions, so that's for there. And then for the back, left and right are the same, and we have a complete kit for left and right side, also the bushes for the shackles, the tubes and everything. So of course I'm gonna watch again the videos before I go ahead with the actual kits. I believe we're gonna start with the front, so tonight I'm gonna watch this video because I don't think I'm gonna start actual work on this tonight. I think I'm gonna actually strip the Jeep as far as I can go and prepare it for work, and then from tomorrow we're gonna start installing the kits. So as you can see, the kits are made from I believe a 7-gauge steel. They are plasma cuts on a CNC, and as far as I can see from the videos on YouTube, they fit really well and they do a great job. So yeah, let's get started. Maybe I should mention here that this is not gonna be a full restoration of this vehicle, just patchwork so we can put it back on the road until the time comes. I'm planning to do a complete restoration, but not yet. All right, one side is stripped. I took the fender off. It turned out it's not that big a deal. Most of it is those plastic clips that hold it in place. That was it. Few bolts here were holding it to the front grille, and few bolts from underneath into these brackets, and that was it. But on the outside there were only these plastic clips. So that's removed, and that exposes a big part of the frame here, the outside. Have to get rid of those wires. So this is what I'm talking about here. This is where the kit covers, the repair kit for the front covers this area, but this is not covered by this kit, and I think that other kit comes here. And yeah, for the front, I'm gonna see if I can remove this heavy bar here. It looks like it's held by a few bolts with Torx heads. I'm gonna see if I can remove this, just so I can have more access on this side. And I don't know what holds the grill, but as far as I know, it's not a big deal to take it off, so we might as well do that. We're gonna take out this side as well, and the fender here, those clips that I was talking about, and here. So we'll see if we are able to strip this side as well tonight. I'm gonna be happy. It's been 1 hour already, and I have one fender and the front whatever cover out. And to be honest, I think I like it better with just the regular body without the Renegade trim, but I don't know. For now we're gonna put it back together, and then in future, whenever we decide to restore this, we're gonna figure out what we want to do with it, whether we want to keep it with a Renegade. Apparently Renegade is a little bit more rare, so I don't know. We will decide what we're gonna do. For now, I want to focus on the frame, fix the frame, and we're gonna move from there. So I'm not gonna hold you here. I'm gonna strip the other side as well, and I'll show you when we're done. The other side is stripped too, and here is the condition of the frame on this side. Like I showed you before, somebody already made a patch for here, not very nice, so we're gonna remove it and we're gonna do it properly. The tube here is rusted too, so yeah. On the other side, I removed this bracketry here that holds this additional light that normally there's no such light on the YJs, but this, because it is a Renegade, it has those lights here. And I bought LED lights for there that will fit. We will see, maybe we're gonna change these as well, I don't know. So yeah, progress. Anyways, that's gonna be it for tonight. It is about 7 o'clock and I'm tired. I want to go home. I've been working on other projects all day, and this was for a dessert for last 2 hours. But don't go away, because I'll be back right after the commercials. All right, it's the next day and I already started here, removed that bracket, and I started removing this front bar, and I was able to loosen these 2 bolts on top, but there are 2 more underneath here and over there, and these 2 are really stubborn. So that one started going in the beginning, then I went ahead with my air gun, and something inside, obviously there's a nut inside, started spinning, and we're going nowhere with that one. This one I wasn't able even, this one won't even budge. I tried my big breaker bar, and what happened, because my breaker bar is 1/2 inch and I used an adapter for 3/8 for my socket, and my adapter snapped inside. So now I have to figure out how to take this out. Normally, if it's a normal socket, you would just knock it off with a screwdriver from this side, but this one, I don't know. We're not starting on the right foot here. Anyways, just wanted to tell you where I'm at. I'm gonna go probably weld something to this so I can pull it out, and we will see. Those 2 bolts, I guess here and there, we're gonna have to cut them off, and after that we're gonna see how we're gonna deal with whatever's inside. Okay, that's not gonna work. That's heavy. And it's reinforced. So you see, this tube is all rusted as well, because this whole thing was full of water. And here, this is our boat. Even on that side it's rusted. So now we're gonna loosen this bolt as well here, if we can. And we're gonna lift the whole front end a little bit, so it can give us room here to work. And then we're gonna start by removing this plate. We might be able to use it for something else. They didn't even weld it properly. Anyways, we have to remove it. I hope they didn't weld. They tucked it here. We're gonna see how we're gonna deal with that, and we're gonna go from there. Of course, easy to say, but not so easy to be done. There was a piece of metal, sheet metal here, that supposedly was holding this so-called nut from spinning, but it doesn't work anymore because it was rusted. So as soon as I started undoing it from underneath, it started spinning. But I'm hoping that with this adjustable wrench, it's gonna work now. Okay. Now I can use my breaker bar. Wow. That's one way of doing it. At least, can we lift this now? Yeah. Alright, so the front grille is lifted and supported. That's about 3 inches or 2.5 inches lift, but that gives me just enough room here to work all over the place, and that's great. On the other side, we have to remove the steering box, but everything else is pretty much the same. So let's deal with that. Okay, so there are these 2 bolts and these 2 bolts. I hope I can undo this one. It's not welded, is it? I think it is, both of them. Good. That actually started doing something. I don't know if I'm spinning the nut or if I'm undoing the bolt. Something is happening. So anyways, let's see this one. Same thing. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Worked well for a while, and then started spinning. I think we ain't doing anything now. Okay, this one came out, so this is good. But this one, we're just spinning it. So we have not much choice. We have to remove this bolt, and I want to save this bolt. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut out gonna try anyways to cut this plate out. Then we're gonna cut the window here in the frame because we're replacing this whole part here. So that's not a problem. We can cut the window here and shove a wrench or something to hold that nut. But I'm gonna take you away because you're actually in my phone and I don't want you to get damaged, because ever since I started shooting video with my phone, I think I have the best quality. Okay, I cut, I don't know, if you see, I don't really see, but I think I cut all over the place. So let's see if this is gonna come out here where we had plug welds or tacks next to the tubes for the bolts. I just cut a square around the weld, so hopefully I'm gonna be able to pull out the plate and the weld is gonna stay on the frame, and we're gonna weld and we're gonna grind it later. Alright, so this plate here is gonna be removed anyways, we don't need it. So I'm gonna cut my window that I said, and we'll see how we can hold this nut in place. That reminds me of the TR6 frame that we got with our 74 TR6. Some of you might know it. Okay, that's 13/16, so it's bigger than that. So the two top bolts of the steering box are going through the frame, but then underneath this is actually a bracket that we just unbolted from the frame, and these two bolts are holding also in the bottom of the steering box. Also my sway bar here, you see this is screwed up, so that's fine. I ordered new brackets with bushings for the sway bar, so also the bushings for the other end of the sway bar, so we're cool here, no problem. This is even better that it's not, because this bolt, I don't know if you see it, this bolt I wouldn't be able to undo because of the track bar bolt here, but that's fine. For now we don't care about that, so now we have to remove these two bolts. Easy peasy. This bracket we're gonna need, part of the kit gets assembled around this bracket, so I'm gonna clean this up and work on it. And the steering box now is detached, sway bar is detached, so now finally I am able to start cleaning up. We have to remove also this shackle from the frame. For this reason we have to support the axle with a jack or something. Yeah, so let's do that, and that's gonna be it for tonight, because I spent another like 2 hours here and I think that's more than enough. So that's gonna be the last thing to do here. I also ordered the bushes for the shackle. I haven't mentioned, but I got new springs for all 4 springs. I got new because these, if you watched the previous episodes, you know that these springs are pretty much done. So I got new springs with bushings for the eyes. I didn't get the shackle bushings with them, so I ordered them separately. And what else? And we ordered new shocks because the springs that I got are actually 2.5-inch lift, so we need new shocks for them as well. Not sure what I'm gonna do with the track bar. There's a a lot of discussions around the globe, I would say, about whether or not you need track bar on YJs because of the leaf springs. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. I guess I'm gonna just remove it because otherwise I have to make extensions and stuff, and I don't think I'm up for that. So I think we're just gonna remove the track bar and forget about it, but that's another story. Let's see if we can remove this now. Okay. Not sure if this is my metric or imperial adjustable wrench. Whatever it is, it worked well. Okay. I have to get rid of this bushing as well. Out of the way. Alright, it's pretty late, so that's where I'm gonna leave it for tonight, and I'm gonna keep going tomorrow. The first thing is gonna be to remove this bushing, then clean all these pieces of metal from here and start needle scaling it and grinding it. And I'm not sure if this is gonna be the end of this video. Yeah, maybe that's a good idea, just to cover the front end stripping, and then we're gonna have a separate video about the repair of this corner. So in this case, guys, I'm gonna sign off here, and I'll see you the next time. Thanks for watching, thanks for commenting and subscribing, and don't forget to share. Bye. Once again, thanks to TabooCustoms. These are their contacts. You can also find the same parts on eBay if you're not in the States, if you're in Canada like me. But the best is if you contact David Bell directly on this email, and he can arrange a shipment for you if you're not in the States.